What's up, y'all? How is my Speak Your Truthers doing on this Friday? How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing. This is my birthday weekend, and I'm here in Vegas, you guys. I am in Vegas. Yes, I am. It's been a minute since I've been in Vegas. Ooh, I want to say since the pandemic, I have not been in Vegas at all. So, this is a nice little treat. I want you guys to see what I'm looking at right now. That is my view out of my suite. Very, very nice, huh? So, I wanted to get on while I'm here in Vegas because I haven't really been able to get on. I've been really busy with my clients and different projects that I'm working on that I want to get done before the new year. I am going to give you guys a heads up. I am planning a fashion show, an online fashion show as well, with my Fashions with Boss Lady Productions by Charlotte. So look out for that. Before I even get started on all what I want to talk to you guys about, I want to first give a shout out to my girl, Brianna. We are going to also be celebrating her wedding this Saturday out here in Vegas. So I'm so happy for her and her fiance. And so I haven't talked to her about this yet, but I'm thinking of having her on the show to get her thoughts. I'm a single woman. Some of you ladies out there might be single as well and looking for that person for yourself, you know what I mean, that you can vibe with, right? And so if you're like me and you're looking for that person and you want to see basically how they formed their unit, what did it entail for them to know that each one of them was the right person for them. So I would like to talk to both of them and get their perspective on relationships and finding that one, you know what I mean, that you can vibe with. I know in my case, what has been really difficult, because I would like to find love again, right? But what has been very difficult for me, because I am an entrepreneur and a business owner, and I wear so many hats and do so many things, a lot of times a man can't really understand that. So I think for me now, with taking this time to be with myself and be one with myself for so many years, I think it's been about, 4 years now since I've really dated or whatever. I think I realize now that I need someone that understands that entrepreneur lifestyle, the struggle. It's a lot going on when you're an entrepreneur that so many people don't know. It's a balance, right? And if you don't have that consistent 9 to 5 that many people have, it's not so much secure place for an entrepreneur. Because, see, with me, right, I have to make sure that when I get that amount of money, right, sometimes you have to pay up your bills ahead of time. Sometimes you're taking from here to put here. Oh, because I got this event coming up. I have to make sure I get all the posters, the flyers out. I need to reorder business cards. it's so many things as an entrepreneur when you're running different businesses that you have to do. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. That's in addition to paying my bills, paying my rent, making sure I have food for my family for the whole month. And, car expenses and that's in addition, right? Because anytime that you see something that you need for your business, right? Like I have an accessories business, I have a clothing business. I do a lot of shirts. So maybe I could get this deal on discounts for shirts, right? But you have to get this amount in order to get this deal, right? So then I'm like, okay, this is a good deal. I need to get X amount. I need to get X amount of shirts, right? To be able to do what I got going on. Guess what? As an entrepreneur, that's coming out of my pocket. That's not something that I could get from that bigger entity to contribute to my company. That's coming out of my pocket, right? Anytime there's gas expenses, and gas is slowly creeping up, it's all of those things that is in an entrepreneur mind. You're also, I don't know about if we have that many entrepreneurs on Speak Your Truth with Charlie, but if we do, that it's a grind, right? And you're always trying to stay relevant in your business. So it's constantly in the middle of the night for me. I always have a notepad. I have it right here. I always have my notepad and I'm jotting out, okay, I want to change this. I want to do this. And before I start the whole year, right, I'm always trying to think about where do I want to take each one of my businesses this year? What do I want to accomplish before, like, say, for instance, we're in 2023. What do I want to accomplish in 2023 going into 2024? Before we even get there, what do I want to tackle? I can honestly say at this point, we're in August, right? And being that this is my birthday month in like 2 days, right? I've been really reflecting, right? And so in that reflection, I can honestly say that most of what I wanted to tackle for 2023, I have done. Okay. I still have, a little, some other things like this fashion show. That was something I definitely wanted to tackle for 2023. And I said, whether it be online or I do an in-person fashion show, I want to put some of my fashions out there this year. So that's something I'm definitely going to do. But it's all of those things that come with being an entrepreneur. And I was having this discussion with my daughter, and I'm going to come back to the relationship thing. But I was having this discussion with my daughter the other day, and I just love my babies because shout out to Michaela and Layla. Those are my daughters. And they're so honest with me, but so loving, and they want their mom to succeed. So I know it's coming from a genuine place, right? And so I listen to them often, even though I'm the older person, I'm their mom and whatnot. Our kids have some wisdom that we can take from them. So I always listen to them. I hope they know that I listen to them and I take a lot of their, even if it's criticism, I know it's coming from a good place. So I take that in as how I could do better as an adult as well. And so, and as a mom, and someday as a wife again, as a business owner, and a friend, a daughter, a sister, all of those different things. That goes into the whole you, right? And so my daughter was telling me, she says, Mom, I know you've been a business owner for a while now, and you're doing really, really great. But at the same time, you don't really talk to people or express to people in general about the struggles of being a business owner. She says a lot of times you share your story, like you guys seen on Speak Your Truth here, where I've talked about some of my health situations and the doctors, and me and Inger had that conversation. I also had that conversation with Myra as well about her struggles with lupus, and you've seen some of that, right? And I promise you guys, I'm going to have another discussion with another friend of mine that has cancer. And I'm going to definitely try to do that next month coming up in September as well. But, those are real raw conversations, and really getting into depth with myself, with Myra, with Inger, and some of our challenges as women and our health issues, right? So you see all those conversations that we've had. A couple weeks ago, you also saw that I was at an event and we were having conversations too. And if you didn't watch those videos, it was 2 videos that were posted. And that was with another friend of mine. And she had an event at the Hesperia Library. And she's actually, let me give her another, she's actually going to be doing another event. I believe it's today. It's today. But she knew I was going to be in Vegas, right? And I think they're doing crocheting today with the kids. So if you're in the Hesperia area, you could go ahead and leave a comment and I'll give you the address. The flyer is also posted on our community tab as well. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely check that out today. I don't remember the time offhand, but it is on the flyer. So make sure to check that out. And that's Brenda, and she's having that event today, actually, the 25th. I had actually forgot that it was today because I've been having so much going on with work and, like I said, all my different projects and everything. And I wanted to get a lot of those things done before I came to Vegas. In addition to that, I've had different medical procedures that I had to do, with testing and whatnot, because I am going to have surgery soon. And so doing that, doing blood work, I mean, it's been a busy week for me. And so, yeah. But I'm losing my train of thought and I want to get back there. So what I was saying is that you've seen some of the videos that I've posted about so many different ones that are having situations. And I think Brenda's whole event that she had the last time was about pretty much about journeys and the truth about those journeys, and like open up with some of the challenges that we all have as individuals. And so I found it really insightful. I got to talk to a lot of people at that event as well. So some of what was going on at the event I posted. So if you didn't check out those 2 videos, and anything where I'm at, or if I feel that someone can be inspired by something that I'm doing, I'm going to always post it on here, because at the end of the day, this channel is called Speak Your Truth with Charlie. So whatever I'm dealing with, or someone I know that's close to me and they don't mind getting on camera because I want to respect boundaries as well, I'm definitely going to post that if it could benefit someone on this channel, right? That's what this channel is all about. It's about benefiting, enlightenment, inspiration, and truth. All of those things, and that's all a part of life, right? And so I want to be that vessel to bring that to you, right? Because we're going through so many different things, and we really got to be honest with one another and help one another as well, and show that love, because that's what God ultimately wants us to do, is to show that love. And we can show that love by inspiring each other to be greater, right? Why not? Why not? Is it going to hurt you for somebody else to be great as well as you? It's not. I want to see everybody rise above and be great, and I want myself to be greater as well. And so, and you guys to be greater with me. But that's what was on my heart this morning. And so I wanted to share that. But getting back to the entrepreneurial thing, my daughter was saying that I share so many of my health journeys and different things like that. She said, you open up as far as that, Mom, but you really need to open up and show, and tell the people, some of your struggles. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get in great detail today, but I did want to touch on that and see if you guys want to hear about some of those things as an entrepreneur. And then we could do a show specifically about that, because a lot of people don't know, in setting up a business, that takes time. I tried to set up 2 businesses during the pandemic, and it literally took me, I think for one, about 6 months, and the other one probably about 10 months to complete the whole situation. You have to go through a process where you put your business, because you have LLCs, right? That's one side of the business that you have. And you have proprietorships that you can set up. My business are proprietorships, right? So I have them, under my tax ID, or you could say your social security number or what have you, instead of a LLC. And I could get into great detail as far as that too. Another thing, when you have a proprietorship, when you file taxes, it is less expensive, let's say that. When you file taxes under a LLC, a lot of times per company is about $500 for taxes. That's in addition to whatever you owe or whatever. And so for me, I wanted to go with a sole proprietorship. That's what it's called, a sole proprietorship. And that was more beneficial for me. But all these things were things that I had to research myself. I was asking a lot of different business owners about this and that. But just between me and you, I wasn't really getting any kind of help with those things. So I did a whole lot of research as to what direction I wanted to go with my businesses. And it's some other things that I'm working on right now, because at the end of the year, I'm always my accountant. And I keep good records, right? And that's something as an entrepreneur that you have to do, is to keep good records. But at the same time, I'm always stressed out at the end of the year and trying to calculate everything. But I was talking to um, actually my therapist recently about, you know, how stressed out I've been with those type of things. Even though I have specialized in business, my high school I graduated from was a business school as well. We were taught banking. We were also taught accounting and all of those type of things. So money management and, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Calculating and getting to that common goal of balancing a sheet and whatnot, and making sure that I have this in this particular business account, that business account, and whatnot. And that's another thing too, that each business that you want to start, you have to make sure too that you have a business account for each one of them, and keep those monies separate. So that is another thing that I'm working on, you know, really, really well, is to make sure that those monies are separate so that when everything is calculated at the end of the year, everything balances out, right? And so it's a lot that goes into that. And when you're the only person that's doing that, I'm the only person. I don't have a, accountant. I don't have a finance person. I don't have anyone, doing any of that for me, writing my checks to my employees, or, cashing my checks, balancing my checkbook. I don't have anyone doing that for me. I do all of that, getting all of my supplies for my businesses. I purchase all of them. The things that I do for Boss Lady, I do on my own. Setting up my home office, did all that myself. Um, right now, I need to work on getting a file cabinet as well for my business, which, I've tackled the one that I want. It's just a matter of purchasing that as well. Um, I have a scale at home, I have a printer at home. When I have to send off my packages, I print up my labels so that I could go ahead and take those to the post office and ship them off. I do all of my shipping. I do all of my labels. Just setting up my home store with all of my accessories as well. All of that I do on my own. And so, in addition to that, I have a healthcare services company as well. And so, been trying to get people that want to work in my healthcare services that are actually qualified. That's a hard task right now in the Apple Valley, Hesperia, Victorville area. And so a lot of those clients I have to go to, and make sure that their needs are met, as far as their healthcare services that are needed. Making sure that I expand that business. That's something going into 2024 that is on my brain at all times. I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm jotting down different things that I want to do better. And maybe it's the Virgo mentality of me, but I'm always trying to make sure that I'm doing better. And if you're an entrepreneur like that, those are the things that focus you, and are constantly on your brain, right? And so those are the things that, in being an entrepreneur, that I really don't hear a lot of people talking about. So I'm really glad that my daughter brought that to my attention, because my goal again with this channel is to help. And so if it's anything that I can help, someone that might be dealing with the same situation, if you have something that you want to share in the comments, please do. If I find out anything, I will also share those things in the comments as well. That's what this is about, helping one another to get to our main goal. And I want to be a successful woman. Um, Not just a successful woman, a successful business owner, and continue to grow my business, right? And so ultimately, I'm doing kind of like a 360, but ultimately that's what I wanted to talk about. And you see my mindset, right? I'm sure you can see my drive, right? And so I need a man that's equally where I'm at as far as relationship. I need a man that's equally where I'm at. And I've told my friends before, like, if I'm bringing something to the pile, I need a man that's going to bring something to the pile too. Not just on, be on what I'm doing. I'm going to share something with you guys. Years ago, it was the guy that I was thinking of, talking to. I should say he was a man. You know what I mean? He was older than me. And I remember I was telling him about different events that I had coming up. At that time, I was going to Texas for an event. And those are some of the things, too, as an entrepreneur. You have to travel. You have to go different places. You have to go to the people so that you could basically develop these relationships. Because at certain events, I found somebody that does this or does that. And you have to be willing to talk to different ones. But anyway, long story short, I was telling him I was going to these events or whatever. And so one of the events, I did like a video and I posted on my social media. So he said to me, he said, I didn't really appreciate all those men that were in your face at this particular event. And if you're going to become my lady, that can never happen again. Right? Not going to tell you his name, but that's what he said. That could never happen again. And if I'm at an event with you, you just give me your business cards and I'll pass them out. And then that way we don't have to worry about any men coming up in your face. Marinate on that. So I said to myself, wow, right? Because I am a customer service type friendly person and I'm very engaging with everyone that I come in contact with. That's just my spirit, right? That's how God made me, right? So you want me to be in the background so you could pass out my business cards. So then I cannot be who God made me to be. I can't be with a man like that. I just can't. And now knowing who I am even more so and where I want to go, 2023, 2024, 2025 even, into the future for my business, for myself as a woman, I definitely need someone on my same page. And if you're not on my same page, I am good with being by myself. And you just have to come to a resolve of saying, okay, I'm not going to settle, period. If you're not who I need you to be as a man, I'm not trying to play mama. I'm not trying to raise anybody. I need you where I need you to be, period. If not, then I'm good. I am good. How I am within me, within my life. I have a good life. I have everything that I need. I really don't need that from someone else. Do I want companionship? Do I want to find my person? Absolutely. But do I need it? I guess that's up to your own, distinction of what you think you need. For me, I'm good. Would I like it? Would I like to, have someone hold me and all of that? Yes, but I want to be at peace as well. I want to be at peace. And so if I can't be at peace in a relationship and in a loving relationship, one that's making me laugh, one that I feel like I could be a built in, that also loves God as much as I do, and one that I could grow with my person, then if I can't have that, I don't want anything. And maybe you feel that same way. So anyway, leave it in the comments, you guys. I'm so glad that you guys took the time out to visit me right here on the channel. I'll probably be doing some other videos while I'm here in Vegas, but that was what was on my heart this morning, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing so that this channel can grow, but also make sure that you're participating in the comments. I want to see your comments. I want to see what you want to see on this channel. In particular, I want to get your thoughts so we can make this channel greater and better together. All right, you guys, I am Charlie. Until next time, bye-bye.